So Farming Simulator is a farming simulation video game series developed by Giant Software. The locations within the game are based on European and American environments, and players can farm, breed livestock, grow crops, sell assets created from farming. Basically be farmers, but from their sofa. The game features some of the biggest agricultural manufacturers in the world, many of whom we can see here at LAMMA 24. Farming Simulator has become a phenomenon both inside and outside the world of agriculture, and since the first release in 2008, the series has sold over 25 million copies combined and over 90 million mobile downloads. 90 million. For the first time on UK soil, the Farming Simulator team have brought their World Championships to these shores. Yes, you heard that correct, they're World Championships. We're very excited to be hosting the 5th season of their annual esports competition here at LAMMA 24. Teams are competing for a share of the €200,000 prize, €200,000. To discuss the video game and the competition, I'm joined in the studio by gaming royalty, Wolfgang Ebert from Giant Software. Wolfgang, welcome.
Hello.
It is very nice to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
Well, and what a great show we've got as well. So you're having fun?
Absolutely, it's great to be here. As you said, the first time in UK here, so we love it.
Well, so this is your big moment to tell us a little bit about Farming Simulator. What is it? How does it work?
You did a great summary in the beginning. So yeah, actually you are playing as a farmer, and you have a complete freedom. We have many options in the game. So whatever you like it as a kind of more difficult approach or easy approach, it's really up to you. So to give you an example, if you don't like weeds, just turn them off in the options. If you don't like seasons, you can just turn them off.
Wouldn't it be nice if we could turn the weeds off for real?
Exactly. It is. So actually what we have in mind is to give a relaxed experience to the players. And this is what our players really like. So they become the role of a modern farmer. They build their farm, they manage their farm, go for livestock, go for different crops. They can even then build crops which they can't do here, like I've never seen cotton here in the UK, or grapes, for example, olives. Yeah, you can do what
our viticulture market is growing. Actually, we've grown grapes here for many years. I mean, the Romans grew grapes in the UK, and actually we've won quite a lot of prizes for Pinot Noir and Chardonnay type sort of champagne drinks recently, but that's a bit of...
I didn't know that.
No, well there we go. So I get the game, but I'm not sure about the tournament. How does the tournament work?
Yeah, the tournament is a complete different thing. You know, while I described the game as a really relaxed, family-friendly experience, the tournament is a different game mode within Farming Simulator 22, which is about competition. So you have a team of 3 players and they play against another team of 3 players. What do they have to do? Within a 10 minutes match, they have to first harvest, then press bales and deliver these bales to their barn. And only if the bales are delivered to the barn, they get points. And yeah, the one with the more points at the end will win the match.
And it's a time-bounded 10 minutes, quick game.
Exactly.
And is it a knockout? So I play you and you beat me and then you go through, or do we all...
We arrange here at LAMMA 24 a best of 3 tournament. So yeah, this is also why we don't know our timetable to 100%, because sometimes it's 2 matches, sometimes
just like
it's
real
3
farming
matches.
Then, yeah. So what attracted Giant Software and Farming Simulator to the UK? This is your first time, as you said. Why here? Why now?
Yeah, it's our first time. Actually, we are growing. If you think about Farming Simulator 19, the predecessor to our latest product, we sold less units. You know, now with the Farming Simulator 22, we are by far more than 4 million copies which we sold. So we are really expanding. And expanding also means we go to markets where we could even sell more. And this is UK, where we really see potential to get even more players in the future.
So the 90 million is a global figure, is it?
This is a global figure for mobile, correct,
wow.
Yes.
Okay.
And the other one is the figure that we sold more than 30 millions on boxed products for PC, PlayStation and Xbox.
Wow, and how many in UK? Do we know that, or is
it? Don't have any.
No, but you definitely see this as a real growth market.
Absolutely, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So, the obvious question now is, how is the tournament going? How is the competition?
Everything runs smoothly. So we had 8 participants running from the tournament here in the morning, and yeah, tomorrow will be the final, and then we know who will get the prize pool of €15,000 for that specific tournament.
Wow.
And of course also ranking points, because everything is contributing to our overall season, and this is then the final World Championship later in the season.
So how many in the season, how many matches in the season do they have?
We think about 10 tournaments in total before the actual final World Championship will take place. And this is the 5th one.
This is the 5th?
Yeah.
Okay, so about halfway through the season. Do you have a clear favourite at the moment? Is there a team who...
There's a team which is sponsored by Helm, and they won the first 3 matches, which is already...
So they're doing very
quite
good.
Yeah,
and are all the teams sponsored by different manufacturers?
Not all, but many. So we also see a team from Valtra, New Holland, we even have Trelleborg. So we have sponsored teams here, but also non-sponsored teams are participating. So in fact, it's open to everyone.
It's open to everyone, but within the game, presumably there are brands that are recognisable to us all, like New Holland, etc.
Yeah.
And do you and your sort of games designers sort of change that regularly as new kit and equipment, as we're seeing here, comes on? Or?
Absolutely. Whenever we have a new game release, we have to bring up new equipment, and also in between we bring new packs, and those introduce also new machines, updated machines, but also new crops. For example, with the last premium pack, we also added vegetables into the game. So for the first time, you could now also harvest carrots, for example.
Carrots?
Yeah.
Well, there we go. Helps you see in the dark. But that's really cool. And so the remainder of the tournament, where are those other rounds? This is the 5th, so you've got 5 more. Where are they being held?
We have a mix between on-site and online tournaments. So next one will be an online tournament, and the other one are not determined yet. So yeah, we'll need to see.
That's cool. So you make.
So the last one was at Hanover, Agriconnect, and let's see what the future will bring.
So the idea is people can do this at home, of course. They can, because
for
most of your players are exactly.
For an online tournament, it's all really digital, only online, and people can sit at home. Yeah.
I said you were gaming royalty. Tell us. You were telling me beforehand about the other games you've been involved with. So tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, my past history. Yeah, I worked on other really major brands from other publishers, actually. Yeah, nothing I want to talk here.
Nothing you want to talk about here? No,
nothing
fair
to
enough.
do with agriculture, let's put it this
No,
way.
well, that's understandably. So I don't think there's been any other games. This is a complete one-off, isn't it? Are there any other games that have agriculture that I can't? This is
not to that aspect. So if you think about our game, we have more than 150 brands. We have hundreds of machines included, and no other product is really achieving such a level.
And is it all set in the current day, or is there a sort of historical version as well? Or
we are, as the name says, it's farming simulator, so we are simulating the current world.
Fantastic.
So of course, it's fictional settings. You introduced us with European and American maps. And but those are fictional maps within kind of given landscapes from Europe or America.
I understand. And in terms of, without sort of breaking any secrets, have you got any exciting new releases that are planned?
Yeah, we even have a game which is not released yet, which is on our show floor here at LAMMA.
Oh, wow.
It's Farming Simulator Kids. And this is actually a new one, our approach, adding to our whole universe, really for the small ones. So we are targeting about kids 5 to 8 years old. So those ones where the current game may be too complicated, and while we have a simulator, it's all realistic. And our Farming Simulator Kids is really with cartoonish graphics, very colorful and very adorable by kids.
And the idea being that they play that, and then of course they move into the
course.
And your demographic, that 90 million is, I assume, an incredibly diverse population of...
Yes, of course, mainly male.
Well, yes.
No surprise, I guess.
No surprise, I fear there. Yes. And are you seeing people who work in the real world in farming?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So whenever we have the chance, we do surveys and we ask our players, and you can say around about 25-30%. They have a connection to agriculture to some respect, whether they grow up on a farmyard or whether they work in the industry. So yeah, they have a connection somehow.
It's really interesting because we were talking earlier in the studio about AI and the massive change, the technological changes in farming. And there's a definite sense that farming is a much more sort of cutting-edge technological industry than it was maybe 10 years ago. And actually having people who have the skill sets that your gamers clearly must have is an obvious recruiting field for farming.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think if someone actually plays our game first, and also you have different control methods. So you have a kind of traditional standard controller, but there are also kind of SSOs which you can buy, which we also exhibit here at the LAMMA show floor. And you have this kind of steering wheel then, and even a joystick. And if you experience that and are good at that, I'm pretty sure you are already comfortable to drive the real thing.
That's well. I mean, a lot of the F1 drivers, of course, all practice on Xbox or what have you. So I imagine it's no different from that.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely fascinating.
And it's fun.
Yeah, it's great fun.